some of his friends, and I noticed that his friends list are more like finished victims lists, so I knew that my friend will end up in his friends list, but I could not let that happen. One day later, me and my friend decided to block him. But my friend is gone? So I kept walking, and then I saw my friend again, which got me thinking, are we just in an infinite loop? So I tried.
Incoming dishes!
Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease in half the time.
The better grease getter.
You want to work at a bank?
Why not?
You robbed us 3 times.
That was this bank.
The Bad Guys 2.
I logged on to Roblox sometime in December to play some games, build some models, and chat with my friends. Seeing that one of my good friends was online, I opened my chat and invited her to a party. She then told me that she had to leave to do some shopping. Per the usual, she was always busy. Shortly after that, I got a notification from a user called 4NN1.
Hi, I saw your place and I think you are very good at building. I think we should be friends. We can hang out in my place. It will become famous one day if you help me.
Honestly, I would have ignored it under normal circumstances. This girl's probably 10 years old at most, trying to become popular and have a lot of cool friends. However, I had been invited to this party despite never seeing this user before. I've set my chat privileges to friends only, and she's not on my friends list. I double checked all these multiple times. No, my followers weren't allowed to chat with me. No, users I follow weren't allowed to chat with me. Even if they could, she wasn't following me. I wasn't following her. Of course, it could easily be a glitch. After all, I do remember sending random party requests to users I didn't know just for kicks. I chatted back at her. Thanks for the compliments, but who is this? Are you one of Delora's little friends? A few seconds passed and she replied,
I do not know a Delora, sorry, but please come to my place.
So it wasn't some playmate of my sister's. I decided to leave it at that and go play some different games. Only a few minutes later, Annie messaged me again.
I said come to my place.
I ignored it, continued to play games. I didn't need to get involved with some first grader needy for attention. She continued to message me. I stopped reading them pretty quickly, but she kept messaging me. The constant string of notification beeps grew irritating, so I muted my browser. Eventually, I left my game. Annie had stopped messaging me, and so I closed my chat window. Mistake. She picked up her pace right away, and despite closing the chat box, it kept popping up again. In the end, I decided that I'd join her game, even if only to make her shut up. That may have also been a mistake. I joined the game, which was simply titled Annie's Place. The description was the default as well. The place itself was the generic starter place, with everything colored a bright shade of pink, with free models of flowers, cats, and dogs. Annie was already in the game, waiting for my arrival. Upon seeing me, she typed several messages, overly excited that I was in her game.
OMG, 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 OMG. Welcome.
That was pretty much all there was. She told me a bit about how much she liked cookies and how much she liked cats. After about 10 minutes, she informed me that her mother has told her it was time for bed. She then said her goodbyes and left the game. I followed suit. Only being the evening for me, I opened up Roblox Studio and worked on various models before eventually turning in early. Annie didn't message me for the rest of the week, allowing me some precious time to forget about her. In fact, when she messaged me again, it took me a little while to realize it was her. Annie asked me to come play with her again. I gladly obliged, knowing that I'd avoid major annoyances. However, her message bothered me. She had been replacing her usual smileys with frownies, and even her avatar's face didn't look too good either. However, Other than those two rather jarring things, she kept her upbeat attitude. It wasn't any of my business, so I didn't ask. Probably upset over some rude kid at school or something. Annie simply chatted at me while I was in her place. I was multitasking, playing phone games and not really paying attention to Annie. However, I put my phone down once she started asking some rather disturbing questions.
Do you ever want to touch rusty nails? Have you ever eaten a raw dog? Where do you live?
I patiently told her to stop asking these questions, as they made me uncomfortable. She didn't. She just kept asking the same questions, telling me that I couldn't leave until I answered them. At this point, I have had enough and left the game. I blocked Annie and didn't hear from her again. That's what was supposed to happen. Only 2 days later, she sent me several angry and upset messages, with the disturbing questions from before mixed in. She wanted me to come back to her game because I had cheated by not answering her questions. She tried everything from guilt tripping to insulting me and even to serious claims of how she only had so many days left to live. I continued to ignore it, muting my browser and playing a different game. I joined a game of Death Run to pass the time, but was instead redirected to Annie's place. Instead of the lovely island lobby of Death Run, I was in the all too familiar ugly pink cabin. Annie wasn't happy to see me, despite getting her way. She asked me why I hated her, why I kept leaving, and why I was so mean. I politely told her to calm down. She did, but continued to stay somber and upset. After that, I really hoped that I'd never have to see her again. But of course, I was dragged into playing with this maniac of a girl again. Her avatar's appearance had changed again. There was a streak of red across her face, and the dogs in her yard had disappeared. This time, Annie didn't yell at me or ask any disturbing questions. She chatted with me about the things she liked again, but without her usual pep. After a while, Annie rather suddenly said this: "It's hot in here." She left the game immediately after. Her pink house set ablaze and the sky grew dark. My morbid curiosity led me into the burning house. Inside was a dark, burning figure with a grotesque smile. I left the game and logged off of Roblox. I felt sick to my stomach. If this was a prank by some exploiter, it was a downright disgusting one. I stayed off of Roblox for a few weeks, and when I came back, I was somewhat relieved to see that she hadn't contacted me. I never saw her again. Which one was the creepiest one for you guys? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys have any creepy stories to tell me, comment them down below and I will read them out.
Hey, gamers. Get ready to dive into the ultimate gaming frenzy with Melon Sandbox. This mobile game.
Alright guys, so last time, we reacted to this Roblox creepy story called 4NN1, Annie. This time we're gonna go into her game and investigate and see what happens. Alright, so far there are 11 people playing right now, 486 favorites, and 35,000 people that have visited this. That is amazing. That is incredible. Alright, let's go into the game. I am spooked out. I don't know what I'm gonna find here. Somebody's pretending to be her. Oh my gosh. Hi. They even have the round face and everything. I just watched a Roblox creepypasta about this girl. She said hi. Do you live here? For a second I thought she was here. No. Are you the real Annie? I know this girl isn't the real Annie. I just want to see what she's gonna say. No, she isn't. No, she's fake. Okay. So I'm gonna ask these girls if they've experienced anything weird. Oh my gosh, why did the light just turn on? What happened? Oh, her lantern. I was like freaking out, like what is going on? Ow! I just got kicked. Ow! Oh my gosh, that doge is moving. Wait, why are these doges like randomly moving like that? You jump on one of them and they just start moving. Oh my gosh, she's killing the doge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, why is she killing the doll? No, come back. Hey, have you girls experienced anything strange? She says yes. What happened? Yo, what is going on? She's killing the doge. Can I fall off? No! Last week. What happened last week? Why is this doge still moving? Yo, these doges are creeping me out. This girl is gonna tell us something creepy, I hope. I'm actually terrified though. There was this person in my home and it was a friend who I didn't accept. And I was freaked out. What? They look like a hacker. Is that you, Real Rose? Yes, it's me. Hey, it's me. Guys, we are trying to investigate some creepy stuff. I was scared to death. Oh my gosh. My friend told me to meet Annie. Did anyone meet the real Annie? Did you guys have a weird experience in this game? Kinda. What happened? Wait, who said that? Who's Mousy? Oh, this person's Mousy. Alright, Mousy. Tell us your story. You got the lantern out and everything. I crashed. So she's saying basically when she joined this game some time she crashed. There was a girl named Shark and I think she was a backup of Annie. What, really? But Shark was spelled weird like Annie. What did she say? Who's talking right now? I'm confused. Where's Swamish? Here. Okay, this girl is talking. Her letters were in a weird way. I think someone was pulling a prank on you. I found a chest. Let's go follow whoever found the chest. Where's Meyer? She's running so fast. How do you do that? Wait. She says like a girl was mad at her, threatened to rip Shark's nails off, and she said try me really weirdly. OMG, that's terrifying. But I don't think that's Annie. I think that's just a girl that's trying to troll. Let's look for some clues here. Actually, let's look around. Yeah, let's look around the map and see, because we haven't seen the whole map. Why is there a random door here? Why is there another random door here? There's like a lot of random doors here. I feel like this is an incomplete village. This happened last night? Oh, that's creepy. Okay, there's a bunch of like colored thingy blocks here. And there's a random table that's pink. I don't